You're listening to Two Girls, One Crossword.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of Two Girls, One Crossword. I'm Grace Topinka.
And I'm Chelsea Rowan. We are the Good Evening Girls, and this is your favorite weekly Podword Crosscast.
There you go. But it's not your regular Crosscast this week.
Okay, it's not?
No. So if you've been a long-time listener, then you know that usually Chelsea and I pick a topic from previous crosswords. We present them to each other every week. That's 99 episodes, 2 topics per episode, 198 topics total.
Wow.
Exactly. So for our 100th episode, we are going to test each other on all of the previous topics that we've covered.
Every single topic, all of them.
Yes, I went through all the odd episodes. Chelsea went through all the even episodes. We picked one question per topic. We put them into a little program called Quizlet.
Quizlet.
Yes, and we are going to do the flashcards and see how many we can get right.
Okay, so then what are the rules?
There are no rules.
There are no rules. Basically, the question's going to pop up, and we just got to get the answer. We just got to answer the question, okay?
Put our brains together.
Brains together.
But we did poll our Twitter followers to ask them what percentage they think we would get right, and they have little faith in us. I hate to say it. I mean, thank you to everyone who voted. Someone actually did vote 75 to 100%.
Thank you.
So check your mailbox. You'll be getting a special present from us, whoever you are.
Yes.
No, by the way, the Twitter polls are anonymous. But yeah, I feel like we might do a little bit better. I don't know.
We might. Because we kind of got like a little bit of a brain refresher by going through all the past topics, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if that's the case, don't you think we should do a little bit of a penalty? You know, a penalty for being too good, too smart, as it were.
Too smart, too beautiful.
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
So,
yes, to keep things interesting, after we get 10, if we get 10 questions right in a row, then we will take a performance dehancing drug.
Yes, because we need to dehance our performance. Because I think we're just really smart.
Yeah,
so.
We need something to get in the memory banks and mess us up.
And delete the memory, bring us down.
Exactly. This is a totally legal in Illinois drug. So, yeah.
I think that's it.
Well, there's something kind of special about today.
Oh. Should we tell the listeners what's special?
Tell.
Okay, so the most important element of this, not only is it the 100th episode, but it is the first time we are recording in person together since quarantine.
Yeah. That was like 5 years ago at this point?
5 years at this point. I haven't seen the outside daylight in years.
Chelsea's got us rigged out, all types of stuff. I mean, I have lights on me. I have like 3 cameras on me. I don't know where to look. But you should check us out on YouTube, which we put all of our episodes on YouTube if you ever want to see our beautiful faces.
Yes, but this is a very special one because now we're together.
Yeah.
And we have good chemistry when we're in the same room. Not that we don't have good chemistry on Zoom, but it's better in person.
We can high five. We can stop for a quick hug if we needed to.
I refuse to hug her, but if she wants, we could definitely...
You want your back cracked?
I often ask her to stop the recording so that she could crack my back.
That's an ASMR thing.
It is. I lay on the ground on my stomach and she just walks on it. It's kind of like our thing.
Some people like to listen to back cracks on YouTube.
Well,
and that's something blows me.
If you're interested in that, we may or may not be doing back cracks later, so hop over to YouTube and watch us.
That'll be the bonus round, back cracks. Before we get into the quiz, though, we do still have another Pollapalooza from last week.
Okay.
Yes. We asked our followers, how do you feel about playing with Ouija boards?
Oh.
And potential options where I wouldn't mess with it. I don't think they work. I've done it, and then I've done it and got haunted.
Oh, who won?
So 40% said that they've done it. So we have kind of a cool follower base.
Okay. We like to hear that you're into the occult.
26% said that they wouldn't mess with it, which also respect.
Okay.
Even though I kind of more agree with 13%. I don't think they work.
Me too.
The way they're intended. If you listen to our last episode, you may or may not agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then 20%, this was actually third place, said, I've done it and got haunted. And then I commented on the poll saying, if you voted for that, please write in the comments down below what happened, and nobody
come forward.
There. So maybe they got really haunted. They can't even be on Twitter.
And their ghost friend was like, I told you not to say anything about this, and you went on Twitter, and you put me on blast, so now we're done.
Embarrassing.
It's kind of embarrassing. So,
yeah. So that's that.
That's it, and that's all. Thanks for participating in the polls. As always, if you're interested in our polls, you can follow us on Twitter at the Good Eve Girls. Grace comes up with some really fun things, so thanks for that, Grace.
I don't know if we'll do a poll this week. I guess we don't. Well, we'll figure it out. Although we might. Well, I didn't want to say that. Never mind. Oh. You'll just have to wonder.
You'll just have to wonder and guess.
Okay.
So we're getting everything up.
It's ready. I think it's on shuffle. We got 198 questions ready to go.
Okay.
And I'm already feeling pretty good about this first question because it was my topic. And
okay, so I'll read the question. The question is, Erna Phillips is the mother of blank.
Do you know it?
I know this one. Do you know this one?
Yeah.
Soap operas. So, yeah.
Boom. That'll be...
one and done, baby. Okay,
yes.
So that's one question we've gotten right. So I'm feeling a performance-enhancing drug in our future.
All right, relax. We got 9 more questions to go. You're chomping at the bit. All right. Next question. King Henry VIII is said to have burst into his queen's chambers with all his friends pretending to be who?
I know this one.
I know it too.
All right, go ahead.
Robin Hood. Men in tights.
Men in tights, baby.
Boom. Oh, and the Band of Merry Men.
Of course.
That counts. Okay.
That counts.
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you want to do this one? You go for the other one.
We can go back and forth, yeah?
Okay.
All right. Oh my God. Okay. So the Uffizi Gallery was home to which prominent Italian family before it became a museum?
I know this one too.
I know this one too. This is the Medici family.
Correct. Boom.
3 in a row, baby.
Which episode was that from? I think that was one of yours.
Yes, it was when I talked about the Uffizi Gallery.
Okay. Well, there we go. All right. What are the names of the famous Lisa Frank tiger duo designs who she named her 2 sons after?
I know this too.
Well, I remember this because we talked about it in the podcast. So she married a guy whose last name was Green, and I thought it was funny that she named her sons Hunter and Forrest.
Correct. Forrest
Green.
spelled with 2 R's.
Isn't that Forrest just spelled?
Well, no. Like if you're just walking into a forest, it's with 1 R.
Oh. Okay.
We've learned something new about Grace today.
There you go.
We got it
right.
right.
That looks right to me.
Well, it's not wrong. That's how you spell Forrest, the name.
All right.
Fine.
I'll take your word for it. And then I did make the joke that if she had a daughter, she could have named her Kelly.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so that's 4 right. If we hit 10, then I'm going to stop counting the correct ones. And the counter will be happening live on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm only keeping count in case we need to pause. So here's the next question. What is the definition of a compulsion as defined in relation to obsessive compulsive disorder? Ooh, this is a little trickier.
This one's longer. This is one of your long ones.
Yes. Okay. So I do have a couple longer answers that, in my mind, if you get the general gist, you get it right. Okay. So what is the correct way to say this?
I remember for OCD, a compulsion, it's like something that you have an impulse to do that you think will like make something better or make something bad not happen.
Right. So the compulsion is the response to the obsession. So your obsession is like an idea or a thought, like somebody is following me and you think that, okay? I don't actually know if that's like an obsession somebody can have, but let's just play pretend. And then your compulsion, in order to stop that person from following you, you have to open and close your door 5 times. Mm-hmm. Let's check. Ooh, the answer. Repetitive behaviors or thoughts that someone might use to neutralize or counteract their obsession.
I go with that.
Okay,
that's
5.
Nice. All right. Chiron is one of the most famous centaurs in Greek mythology. What made his appearance different from other centaurs?
Answer to this one. Do you know this?
Isn't it like he had human... Or no... What was it? It's like he had human legs or something instead of horse, and he just had a horse butt attached to himself.
Right. So basically, his front legs were human. So he's human all the way down, and then he's got the horse butt attached to the back. And apparently, in mythology, I think it's something like they did this to show that he was a more, he was a less animalistic centaur to kind of differentiate him. Like he was a better one.
Okay, but how did he pee? Did he have a human?
He probably had 2 pee-pees.
Wiener and then a horse wiener? 2?
2. He was doing double duty on the pee thing.
All right, I don't think that makes sense. His front legs were human rather than horse leg. Yep.
Okay. Oh, what is this? I'll read it. In 1975, Pina Bausch revived Nijinsky's choreography of The Rite of Spring. This performance played out on an earth-covered stage and shocked audiences when this happened to the chosen one. Oh, I know Pina Bausch. I know this choreography.
This was your topic.
It was my topic. I don't know if I know the answer to this. When this happened to the chosen one.
I know the answer.
She knows the answer.
They were sacrificed to like appease the misogyny
of
the people around her.
Okay.
Something like that.
If you're counting, this is 7, right?
They were sacrificed to gratify the misogyny of the surrounding men.
Oh. If you have not seen this performance, it's on YouTube. Watch it. It's amazing. Anyway, okay, here's another one. This is a magical sign that can represent various angels and demons. Is this a sigil?
Correct.
Yo, yo, yo.
Contrary to current stereotypes, this was a reputable career in ancient Mesopotamia, held by scholars and intellectuals. It involved incantations, oils, tying and untying knots, and other rituals. This is my topic.
Oils, tying and untying knots, and other rituals.
Even like now, it's kind of not seen as a necessarily reputable career. But back in the day, it was like scholars and stuff would do this. Imagine my head just spun 360.
Possession.
Okay, if someone gets possessed, who do you hire?
Oh, exorcisms.
An exorcist. Yes.
Okay, Salt Lake City, Utah has the highest per capita consumption of what snack food? Do you know this?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
This is your topic.
Me?
Yeah.
What the hell? What kind of topic did I talk about Salt Lake City in?
Topic about food. It was used like in the olden days, more so.
Is it Jell-O?
Yep.
Jell-O. Thanks to the Mormons. The Mormons corridor region in Utah is named the Jell-O Belt. Okay.
And all right, that's 10. I do really feel like we're too smart for our
We're
own
too
good,
smart.
So maybe we take a little break, come back,
And see how we're feeling.
All right.
All right,
Let's
we'll see you then.
10 hours later. All right, we're back.
We're back. Shall we
Get into this? Okay.
Should we say that hello?
Say hello again? Oh, we just said hello like 20 minutes ago in their life. It's been a little longer than that over here.
Yeah, we may or may not have taken a walk
Maybe.
to buy soda.
This episode brought to you by Coca-Cola.
The desire to be sponsored by Coca-Cola.
I wish.
You're out there listening, please write in.
Okay.
But I think we should get back to the game. The game of life, because life is made up of just small instances where you
Trivia?
need
Okay.
trivia. Because trivia lets you show off to people. Don't you love dropping trivia in like the middle of a conversation?
I do. And then people are like, why do you know that? I'm like, oh, it's a topic for my podcast.
I'm
So
actually the host of a rather successful podcast.
They're like,
so-
why do you know the top 3 types of service dog breeds?
Exactly. Anyway,
Do
thanks.
you want to read this question or should I?
I will read this question 11. What does SETI stand for? SETI, SETI.
I feel like it's the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It might not be search. I'm pretty sure ET is extraterrestrial.
I think you're right.
Or searching for.
Extraterrestrial intelligence?
Yeah.
Study? No.
Information? No, I think it's extraterrestrial.
All right. Let's check.
Search. That's what I said.
She got it right.
Okay.
All right. Keep going.
Oh, look, I spelled extraterrestrial one word. It's on me.
No, it is one word, but I think they just put the two because it has this.
Then what is Katy Perry singing about? Because that song's called E.T. Okay. Oh, I'll do this one.
Oh.
More serial killers are born in November than any other month. Maybe that's why they need this orange-brown birthstone that was believed to break evil spells during the Renaissance in Europe.
I don't know any orange or brown. Amber. No.
Is amber a birthstone?
No, I don't think it is.
Peridot, garnet, ruby.
Oh.
Oh, no, topaz.
Topaz? Let's check. Damn.
Boom.
Henry Dunant was a Swiss humanitarian who co-founded the YMCA of Geneva. He also won the Nobel Peace Prize for founding which other organization? This is one of those that I whipped out into conversation like the other week. And the person I told it to was like, no, somebody else did that. And I looked it up and I was like, bum, 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 bum.
Someone else named Henry Dunant.
So what Nobel Peace Prize Foundation did he form?
I believe it's the Red Cross.
The Red Cross. And we're talking about the global one, not, the American Red Cross. Anyway, these naval societies were early blueprints of what would later become Western democracy.
I know this one. A naval society. They were out there on the seas, making their own rules.
These naval societies were early blueprints of what would later become Western democracy. Is this pirates?
It is.
Ooh.
Ahoy. Julia Edwards is known as the first lady of this dance craze.
Oh, I know this one.
Which dances have we done? We've done Limbo was the most recent one we did.
Have we done?
Oh, you did the ballet one.
Oh, I did the ballet one.
I'm guessing it's Limbo.
Limbo. She's right. Boom, boom, boom. All right, next question.
Which country was the first to adopt DST nationally in 1916 as a way to conserve energy during World War I?
I know this.
Was it Austria?
No. Oh, Christ. No. Close. Germany.
They would be. I'm kind of as cute now.
What do each of the four horsemen represent? This is kind of hard.
There's 4 of them.
Yes. One is definitely plague.
Or
is that famine?
I think that might be the same one.
Okay.
Well, there's a pale horse. Is that the death one?
One is death.
I just know one is pale because I was like, what color is pale?
Right, exactly.
And then I remember there's a white, black, and red one because we did that trivia on our Instagram.
So definitely, let's say death, famine, and war. I would say those are the big 3.
Okay, but there's 4.
I feel like the 4th one is something really strange.
Death, famine,
war. Pestilence.
What's that? Like
pestilence. So when insects swarm.
Oh.
Infestation.
You don't think that's part of famine? Like a plague? Plague and pestilence. Maybe it's famine, plague, because those are 2 different things.
You're right.
For us, it seems like it'd be kind of the same thing, but I feel like back in the day, those are 2 totally different events.
You're right.
Now
They might have enough to eat, but they're dying.
Yeah.
Because of a disease. Okay, so famine,
mm-hmm.
war,
mm-hmm.
death, pestilence.
Red is war, pale is death, black is famine, and white is conquest.
Conquest?
I feel like pestilence is in there, though. Like,
you're right.
It's part of
one of these.
Of plague.
So,
plague isn't even on there. Famine. I think, famine, plague. Okay. They do lump them together then.
Right. And death, goes with all of these.
We knew one was death.
We did. And
conquest.
war. Because war and conquest are similar, right? But conquest to me feels like more like conquering a nation and kind of like what the Europeans did to the Native Americans, right? Like, conquest, very brutal. Are they saying that it's bad to do that? Like, is the Bible saying that one of the 4 horsemen being part of the apocalypse?
Or maybe it's like you've been conquested over, and that's the horseman.
Well, that's great.
I mean, this whole chapter is kind of weird. Like a lot of like mystical more stuff happens. Okay. This character from Italy's Commedia dell'arte was the most mimey of them all and had almost his whole performance based in pantomime.
This is... God.
It's like I remember.
The Harlequin?
Yeah, it's like the traditional clown.
Yes.
Arlecchino, a.k.a. Harlequin.
Yes.
Harley Quinn.
Next question is, Skippy, one of the most famed dog actors in the world, is best known for what role in the 1934 detective comedy The Thin Man? Oh, yes.
This was you.
This took me a bit to remember what I was talking about, but then The Thin Man brought me a memory. Do you know the answer?
I know the answer.
The answer is Asta.
That is correct. This fast-moving sport is sometimes called ballet with bullets.
Oh, Russian roulette. Oh, we never done Russian.
This is...
Wait, let me read it again. This fast-moving sport is sometimes called ballet with bullets.
The sport is like kind of obscure. It's not like baseball.
Oh, I think I know what this is not now.
What?
Highlight.
Yes.
God.
Who was the first person to translate the Bible in German?
I know this.
Martin Luther.
It's true. It's true. He used to first.
And he made his whole like sect of a religion based on it. Isn't that cool? Oh, Martin Luther.
All right. Ooh, long question coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
Stilton this is an early topic. Okay. Stilton.
This is going to be horrible for us.
is an early cheese granted with the status of
English cheese.
Okay. Stilton is an English cheese granted with the status of a protected designation of origin by the European Commission. In order for a cheese to be considered Stilton cheese, it must be completely manufactured in one of 3 regions in England. Name one of the 3 regions.
Nottinghamshire. Is that a place? Or no, Nottingham. You know English stuff better than I do.
Nottinghamshire?
No, it's one or the other.
It could be both.
What says one of the 3 regions? Birmingham.
Birmingham? How many regions are there? Is it like north, south, east,
No, it's
west?
like not it has one of those names. Like, where's that place that you said you were from?
New Jersey.
No. when we were from England.
Oh. Birmingham?
No, that's not where you're from. You're from a place where the Beatles are from, I think.
Where are the Beatles from?
No, you're driving me crazy. Because you told that person that you were from.
Liverpool?
Yes.
Okay, let's say Liverpool.
You think?
I don't think. I'm just
Sussex?
Sussex is a great one. Maybe Sussex.
I don't know.
Sussex.
Nottinghamshire.
It was Nottinghamshire. And you said it has to be one or the other.
I didn't know. I thought you were just being funny putting them together.
I can't take this person
I
anywhere.
thought you were joking. You should have told me, like, no, that's also.
Well, I say we got it right.
Okay. Well, what are the other? Derbyshire and.
Derbyshire and Leicestershire. I think that's how you say it.
Beautiful. Rolls off the tongue. So we're going to give that to us. All right.
I'm taking
we
it.
said it. So I think that counts.
Oh, ikebana is the Japanese art of what? I know this.
It's not
Thing.
origami.
Correct. Ikebana.
You're saying I should
I guess.
Oh, wait, I think I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
From putting together the flashcards. It was like arranging flowers or something. Flower arrangement.
Yes.
Do you remember what that was used for? Flower arrangement.
So it's part of that the like idea of wabi sabi, like beauty in simplicity,
right.
And like honoring things with like that have histories or past. So like if something breaks, you just repair it, and beautiful. Anyway, that's what that's from.
All right. Well, many buildings in Hong Kong have dragon holes in them to allow energy to flow from the mountains to the water and vice versa. What Chinese art is this based on?
This, my friend, is based on feng shui.
Correct.
Love it. What the hell? We got a Bible quote up next. All right. Okay. Question 25 in Genesis. Chapter 24, verse 22. When Abraham decides to find a wife for his son Isaac, he chooses Rebecca and gives her a gift to seal the deal. This is the first recorded mention of what type of jewelry? Oh, this was a hard topic to write a question for.
Is the piercing topic?
Yeah, it was hard. Because not a lot of it is like based in like factoids. It's more like, around the 15th century, people started wearing pinky ring. And it's like, what the fuck?
If it's in the Bible, I'm guessing it's a nose ring.
Yeah.
A gold nose ring.
This Great Lake is the largest lake that is entirely in one country.
Well, I feel like Lake Michigan is the only one that doesn't border Canada. Or it's the biggest one, at least.
Oh. No, it does. You can go up into Canada and Lake Michigan.
No, I think Wisconsin and Michigan close over it.
You think so? I'm going to sound like an idiot here.
This is your topic.
It was. And I live in Chicago, and I should know whether or not Lake Michigan goes into freaking Canada. You know, you're probably right. But I don't know. What did you say?
Lake Michigan.
Oh my God, I look like an asshole.
What country does Taekwondo originate from?
Ooh, this is Korea.
That's too easy for you.
Okay. This was the location of a partial meltdown of a nuclear power plant off the coast of Pennsylvania. Oh, I remember this topic very vividly. Being one of those topics where I just kept, no. This is...
No, that's its own country.
That's the nuclear meltdown one. It's called something like Tree something. Or something island. Oh, this is bad. Are we going to have to pass on this one? You wrote this question.
I know, but I don't remember. Because there are a couple different island ones. 3 Mile. Okay.
3 Mile Island. Okay.
Name all of the Bronte sisters and their brother.
The brother?
Charlotte, Emily, and Anne are the sisters.
Yes. His name is weird.
Like Robert?
No, it's weird. It's like Flock or something like that. I kid you not.
Flick.
You just posted something.
I know. I'm thinking now. I need to go back to my brain palace. Brenmar? No. Brulin? No, Branwell.
Oh.
We said Charlotte Millian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you just see the insane attentiveness on Grace's face just now as she searched the depths of her mind palace for the name?
I knew it was like BW type sound.
And this just further reiterates that you should be watching us on YouTube because you get to see fun moments like that, audio, voice, it just doesn't cut it.
Now let's explain
the
movements after.
We could explain in clear, crisp detail exactly what happened. Just stay tuned to the end of the episode. All right.
This you.
Oh, I'll read this one. Humpty Dumpty is best known for being an egg. But according to the Oxford English Dictionary in the 17th century, Humpty Dumpty was what other inanimate object?
It was a drink, but I don't remember what kind of drink, like a cocktail.
A cocktail?
Yes. Well, 17th century. Do you think it's like a British cocktail? That's the Oxford English Dictionary.
It's got to be something that the Brits would know about in the 17th century. There is a cocktail that's made with egg whites. I don't know what that one is called, though.
Should we say cocktail with egg whites?
Yeah.
A drink of brandy boiled with ale. Oh,
and
Brandon.
Egg whites,
yeah.
It says down here. Oh, God.
Where are the four... this is the Book of Revelations.
You just have to read the question.
Where are the four horsemen mentioned in the Bible?
And she answered correctly, the Book of Revelations, New Testament. 32. Question 32.
Who wrote the modernist poem that is just... the modernist poem, This Is Just to Say, which is now a popular meme?
What's his name? He's a man with 3 first names. I'll give you that.
Aren't the first and last name the same?
Yes.
It's like Johnson and P. Johnson.
You're on the right path, but you're at the wrong name. You want the answer?
Yeah.
William Carlos Williams. That's the poem about the plums.
Yes, I do remember that. This children's book, written in 1990 by William Steig, would inspire a DreamWorks movie about an unlikely hero.
This must be Shrek.
It is. Shrek! Exclamation point. That's the name of the book and the movie.
Wow. Moving on to the next question. This is the study of the history, symbolism, and usage of flags or any interest in flags in general.
I just realized, people who are studying it, they're lumped in with people who just have like any interest in flags.
Really,
so like,
I like a good flag.
I remember this is like vexillology or something.
Vexillology.
So like, if I'm semi-interested, if I have any interest at all in flags, I'm a vexillologist according to the definition. But so is someone who's like getting a PhD in it.
Right, exactly.
So that's just drama in the flag community.
What to write about that? Not much.
Vexillology.
Okay.
Rolls off the tongue.
Oh, who is Tiki? Question 35. He
is like the Adam version of the Maori tribe, like the first man.
Right. He is the, in some stories, he's the creator of man, and other stories, he is the first man in their creation myth, the Maori people. I guess we can read this long answer from me. Tiki is a man from Maori mythology who is said to be, in some cases, the maker of the first man, and others who have been the first man himself.
Classic Tiki.
Shall we take a little, just one quick pause?
I feel like we've been doing really well.
We have been. We've got to count up right now. We have, so far, 32 correct answers. 33 correct answers and 2 incorrect answers. And I just want to say that it is getting a lot harder for us to answer some of these questions.
Some of them.
For various reasons. But we are getting there in the end. So to everybody who voted that we weren't doing
and
enough.
We tried to help you guys out.
We did.
And make ourselves dumber, but guess it can't be done.
You can't take from God what God made natural.
Amen.
So I'm actually wondering, how do you think our listeners are doing?
Better than we are, probably. But maybe
Do you
not.
think they have a better record than us? 33 correct?
No, you're right.
Out of 32?
I bet you if we let them roll around in our notes for a little bit,
maybe
a quick peek.
Yeah, we do, archive all of our topic research.
They're going to hack us.
Oh, don't hack us. Okay, so we'll move on.
Yeah.
Question 36.
During the Roman occupation of Paris, it is said that there is a temple that stood on the site of the famous Notre Dame Cathedral. Which god was this temple dedicated to? Apollo.
That's a really good guess, but it's wrong.
Okay. Oh no, because Apollo's Greek. This is
correct.
Rome.
They're similar, though. I'll give you that hint. Well, sort of.
I don't know.
So Apollo's the god of sun,
Mm-hmm.
sunshine and light in Greek mythology. Jupiter is the god of light, but he's also the maker god, so he's like more like Zeus than he is like Apollo.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then to have a temple dedicated to him. Jupiter, the god of thunder and sky. He didn't say god of thunder, but I'll take it.
Okay, sorry.
The supposed fountain of youth in St. Augustine, Florida, and the stream that produces the fountain is rich in what element?
Oh, okay. I remember this.
I remember this because everyone says it smells so bad.
Yeah, so, like eggs?
Yes. Has to be sulfur.
Sulfur. Ooh. Here's another one. This Shakespearean idiomatic expression sounds like a vegan health festival, but it actually refers to a youthful time or a heyday. Oh. I remember I was doing...
This was a whole topic for
you.
Shakespearean
idioms, or just something like that. Salad days.
That is correct.
Ooh, I got there in the end, folks.
When famous sportscaster Chick Hearn says he's working on his Wrigley's, it means that the player is doing what?
Oh, this Chick Hearn topic was like one of the absolute best you've ever done.
It was the first one.
I know.
Ever.
It was such a good topic, though. And we don't come across really, truly interesting topics like that often.
Yeah. Do you remember this one? Because Wrigley's gives it away.
If it gives it away, it doesn't give it away to me.
Chewing gum. He's working on his Wrigley's, like Wrigley gum.
Oh.
He's chewing gum.
Okay. Here we go. Another question. Question 40.
This question's really long. We should popcorn read it.
Okay. Let's do it. One
of
the
original
Mulan
legends
meets
Princess
Dao Shenyang.
And
their
relationship
becomes
Leo Tong.
What
does
this
type
of
relationship
mean?
This was like the Soul Sister one.
Right, soul sisters, which basically means like lesbians.
Because they kind of do it a little bit in the...
I think they do.
In the remake.
Yeah, so we love that.
Oh gosh, another long one.
Two girls who are bonded eternally as kindred sisters. This relationship is the strongest and most precious form of female friendship, a rare and formal relationship between women. A woman could only have one Leo Tong, and the intensely unbreakable bond was for life. Damn, that is so...
that does just sound like a good old-fashioned marriage.
If you know what I'm talking about. Okay. What are the 4 great inventions?
Paper. Pencil.
Camera and toes.
Camera and toes? A wheel.
Okay.
A wheel. Fire.
Print press? No. Ink? No. Wheel. Compass.
Lever. No, that's the 7 perfect instruments or whatever it's called. Wheel, compass. I feel like paper is 1.
Paper or printmaking, I think, maybe.
Okay.
That's 3. I don't know.
Fire.
I don't think so. It's an invention.
Eyeglasses.
Maybe. Let's check.
Compass, gunpowder, paper making.
No.
Oh, and printing.
Printing, yes. Paper making.
What are you going on about that?
What did I say?
You said something else. That wasn't compass or paper. Oh, maybe it was paper.
Wheel.
Wheel. Oh, I insisted it was wheel.
You
That was me.
All right, that's wrong.
Okay, but paper making. I don't know if I would consider these. Okay.
Next question.
Name one way a hybrid animal is created.
Oh, there's 3 ways.
I know one is like at zoos and stuff.
Right.
If they force them together.
Live in the same enclosure. I think one is like if their territories start mixing or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that happened with
And that can happen
birds.
Like, yeah. Or
and
like
they created a whole new species.
Right, because they were being like poached or something and the species
They had to move.
had to move and they met a different species, those kinds of things.
It happens.
It does. I don't know what the third one is though.
It's like maybe one species is
It
going
happens naturally?
extinct or something.
Yeah, let's
And
check.
so they don't have enough people to mate with. When 2 species territories overlap,
Okay.
if an animal can't find anyone of their own species to mate with,
Oh, that's
obviously
kinda
like
sad.
animals of their species aren't going extinct. I just want to clarify.
Right.
Like you have to be the whole animal to go extinct. You
Right.
know what I mean? Are disappearing. Okay. If 2 different species are kept together, such as in the same enclosure of a zoo.
Ah,
I feel like we got it.
we did okay.
I'm going to give us that.
Okay, here's another one. This Italian dictator made it his goal to wipe out the mafia population in Sicily.
Well,
Oh, damn.
as far as Italian dictators,
Mussolini.
yes.
Oh, God. Gotta love it.
In order for Oktoberfest to be officially open, the mayor of Munich must perform the Ozapft.
Ease.
Ozapft Ease, which is what?
This is the ceremonial first cask opening. And he has to break, they, I should say, have to break.
You could say the mayor has to.
Right. But I just automatically went to the he pronoun.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it was a he pronoun, who I'm referring to. But anyway, they have to beat the cask open with a hammer. Or like the seal open with a hammer.
I do remember you talking about that. The ceremonial opening of the first cask of beer, which the mayor must smash open with a hammer.
Nice.
What is a liturgical language of Louisiana voodoo?
This is...
Creole.
It's Haitian Creole or something. Or no, it's French Creole.
I don't think it'd be Haitian Creole. Louisiana Creole.
God damn it.
I feel like you said
That's
it
wrong.
Okay. This ferryman in the river Styx might have the best job in the underworld.
Charon.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Oh, I already don't know the answer to this one, but here we go. A queer experimental film from 1936. Nope. A queer experimental film from 1963, directed by Jack Smith, that got filmmakers arrested and charged with obscenity.
It's like flaming lips, flaming creatures.
Flaming creatures?
That's it. Yep.
Flaming creature. She's on a roll, baby. Just a gentle reminder for all of our listeners out there. We are, in fact, ahead.
Yep.
We currently have 43. You heard that right. 43 correct answers and only 4 wrong answers.
That's pretty good.
We were doing pretty good, so stay tuned. We're not going anywhere.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of 4 buildings in the Piazza dei Miracoli. What was its function?
It was a clock tower.
Yeah, so like either has to be a clock tower or a security tower. Bell tower. We were both I was thinking
said
bell
it
tower.
so confidently.
Okay.
What did I say?
Clock tower.
They didn't have clocks then. God.
All they have is
They had
bells.
sundials. Shit. That's embarrassing. All right, move on. Next question.
Isn't it you?
It's
We're not
me.
doing a good job of switching.
We
back
are
and
not.
forth. We'll just take it as it
We'll
comes.
just take it as it is. Okay. This is it. This is one of the world's most important fertilizers and comes from the Quechuan word for seabird or bat droppings.
It was guano.
What is guano? Is that
It's a fertilizer.
Okay.
And it's bat poop.
It is bat poop. Guano, right?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yep.
Nice.
When you join a flea circus, you are tested for your abilities before getting assigned a task. If you are good at running, what type of task might you be asked to do? This was like spinning the carousel or something.
Right, or pulling the chariot?
I remember when we asked this question on Twitter, someone's like, I don't want to be pulling a carousel. I don't get to move at all. Pull small carts or rotate a Ferris wheel. Okay, I feel
We
like
both said the same thing.
I'm counting that one. Developed in 1955, what does the system of play in the world of Lego refer to?
Oh, the system of play in Lego. Do you know this one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I
wait.
watch Lego Masters every week.
She does. Okay, this is that after 1955, all Lego blocks could be interconnected with one another.
Correct.
Ah,
All blocks can interlock.
nice. All right, here we go. Gaeltacht is a district where the government recognizes this language as the predominant language of the home. Extra point. Which islands are considered Gaeltacht? Ooh.
This is I remember the Aran Islands.
The Aran Islands, yes. And
Gaelic or Irish?
Irish. It would be Irish.
Irish and the Aran Islands.
Nice. The Aran Islands are the islands in Ireland that have those really beautiful sweaters.
Yeah.
Ah,
I remember that topic.
yep. Okay.
Though she was born to an unstable home life, Brenda Fraser was able to become an it girl thanks to being recognized at what coming of age event?
Oh, what a great question. Because I was like, who the heck in a handbasket is Brenda Fraser? But that last little bit at the end gave it away, folks. And if you've listened to it for a long time, you would know it is, in fact, debutante.
Debutante bulb.
Nice. Okay, we're moving into question 54. Margaret Vinci Helt of Elmhurst, Illinois, invented this elaborate 60s hairstyle that is sometimes known as B-52 due to its resemblance to the nose of a Boeing B-52. Oh,
Beehive.
the beehive. Could you imagine if we had to go out in beehives?
We'd have
do
really
it.
strong necks.
We would have strong necks, and we would do it.
I would
but
do it.
Could you imagine?
What war was French martyr Joan of Arc born during?
Oh,
God.
I know this.
The French Civil War. Am I going to sound dumb saying that?
No, you're not going to
Okay.
sound dumb, but it is wrong.
The Revolutionary War.
No. The Revolutionary War.
I don't know.
American Revolutionary War.
Well, okay, you know it.
It is the 100 Years' War.
I was literally going to say that.
I was
No,
just
it was.
about to
I
say
was.
that.
I really was. Okay. Name 3 of the 6 main countries where the Northern Lights can be viewed. Alaska,
Countries.
Canada, Iceland,
Norway.
Norway. That's 6.
That's 3.
I mean 3. Should we try to name all 6?
Yes. Russia.
Well,
Finland.
yeah, Norway and Finland. I feel like, okay, you can see Northern Lights in Alaska, so I should say the U.S.
Did we say Canada?
Yeah. Yeah. Those ones.
I don't think it's the U.S.
Canada, Norway,
Finland.
Finland,
Russia.
Iceland.
Sweden?
Canada, Alaska, Scandinavia, Iceland, Greenland, and Russia. Oh, well, okay, Scandinavia, we kind of said.
Yeah, we said all
Alaska's on there. It's not even a country. Okay, so that counts as the U.S.
That is so embarrassing.
I'm going to count that.
Fine. Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. This toy was accidentally invented by Richard James while he was trying to design a means for suspending sensitive shipboard instruments aboard naval vessels. Is this the slinky?
Yes.
Okay.
Where is the Munch Museum located?
I feel like when we did the Munch topic, someone wrote to us and told us it was pronounced like Munch or Manch, something completely different, and we had said it wrong the entire episode, and we said it wrong again right now. So if you know how Munch, Edvard Munch says his name, please let us know.
That's the scream where the...
Yeah. Let's do the scream.
Yeah. I hated that. Okay. I want to say it's in
Oslo.
Norway. Yeah. Oslo, Norway.
Ooh, okay. Mae West was a Hollywood actress who was 5 foot tall and had to wear what to compensate her lack of height?
These are those weird shoes that you post on our Instagram.
Yes, they're so weird. I think they're 9.5-inch platform heels.
That make it look like you're wearing pumps.
Right, and the dress sits 5 inches or like however many above the ground, but like falls over the top of the platform, so it looks like you're wearing shoes and you're just that high.
You're really like on stilts.
But you're really on stilts under the dress.
There you go. 9.5-inch customized shoes feature a top set platform designed to be hidden by a skirt hemline.
Wow.
What kind of spirits are welcomed into Odin's Hall of Dead Valhalla? It's like warrior spirits or something.
Yeah, you gotta be a fighter to get into Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter.
Really? I feel like you're more of a lover than a fighter.
The only reason you fight is because you love. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Thank you. That was pretty good. Anyway, warrior spirits. Let's do it.
Spirits of deceased elite warriors.
Okay.
I didn't say elite. I'm still going to count it. Okay.
I would too.
What language do the North American Amish speak?
Pennsylvania Dutch, which is, shortened from Deutsch, which means German. They don't actually speak Dutch. They're from Deutschland, Germany.
I feel like I bring up a lot of Amish trivia. Like you're talking about bringing up trivia at a party or something. Amish always make their way in. Krakens attract their prey by releasing something into the water that colors the surface of the water and makes it appear quite thick and turbid. What do they release?
Isn't it their poop?
It's their poop, and they just like keep eating fish and pooping and attracting fish.
Yeah, that's all that their life is for. Which is all that we do. Poop and attract other people.
Well, we record a podcast in between.
We do. So that we got that going. The Kraken does not have a podcast, as far as I know.
Okay, it is fish poop. First, it emits a smell that attracts the fish. Then it poops out the fish and uses the poop to lure even more fish. The Kraken eats them and poops them back out again to start the cycle all over. I feel like I've said Kraken and Kraken.
Kraken. When you say...
Sorry. What is it really?
Kraken. When you say Kraken... You're from Scotland.
Maybe that's what I was... I feel like I've heard both, but maybe I've heard Scottish people talking about it.
I've seen the Kraken.
Okay.
How'd I do?
Good.
Thank you, James. Okay, next question, 63. This is the alternating or mixed use of 2 or more languages often used to alter how you express yourself based on your audience. This is one of the questions that Grace edited that I made because apparently it was too ridiculous.
No, it's not that. It's just, it made more, the other ones were more formatted that way. But you're right, maybe it would have been harder that way.
It might have been a little bit harder.
Although I feel like I remember this one because it was such a good topic that you did back in the day.
It's an early topic. It was a good one. And the answer, my dear friends, is code switching.
Correct. How many years will it take the Gregorian calendar to fall a single day out of sync with the solar year?
It will do
why
indeed.
leap year exists.
Correct.
Like, it was a big number, like 3,000 or something.
Yes, 3,300 years. So, yeah, since they implemented the leap year. When was the leap year implemented? It was like during Julius. It was right after Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
No. That was the Julian calendar. Then we switched to the Gregorian calendar, which I think is actually like the 1500s. Anyway, we were right. 3,300 years to fall out of sync with the Gregorian calendar.
And that's why we do a leap year.
It is.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Don't worry about it
at all. Okay. Who was the most recent American politician to inspect the gold supposedly stored inside Fort Knox? This was someone really, it was like Mitch McConnell or something.
It's Mitch McConnell. He was the last person, I think, 2014 or something, maybe earlier.
I don't trust that.
He's he's like a sneaky Mitch. Or what's his name? Slick Mitch?
Slick Mitch? I don't know.
Anyway.
You let us know.
Yeah. All right, here it is. What is the origin of the idiom, let the cat out of the bag?
This was like farmers used to say they were selling like one type of animal, chickens or something, and then someone would buy a bag of them, and he would put cats in the bag instead, and the buyer would take them home and then realize it was a scam because the cat came out of the bag.
Literally. Surprise, surprise. That was a great explanation.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time and dedication to that. Basically, the answer on the back of this card is exactly the story.
Well, except that they sell piglets.
Okay, yeah. And it was merchants, not farmers, but what can you do?
Okay, but I feel like the farmers have to work too.
Uh-huh. Oh, here is the next question. Gerald Gardner is considered the founder of blank. This is a religion.
Oh, Wicca.
Wicca, yes, in the 50s. Next question.
This country has an even rowdier après-ski culture than Switzerland.
This is either Austria or Germany.
I feel like it was Austria because I was supposed to go to Austria.
Yeah, I think it's Austria. I think they're bonkers. Austria is correct, folks.
Diane Fossey was a gorilla researcher who held her gorillas in higher esteem than the people who lived in Rwanda,
True.
the country she decided to set up her research center in. She had a special relationship with one particular gorilla who she was later buried next to after she was murdered.
Yeah, that's a wild story. It was like, you're hearing this weird story about this like white woman who goes to Africa and does like lots of colonizer things, and then suddenly murder mystery, unsolved murder mystery.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was her gorilla friend?
Isn't it Kiko or something like that?
You think of Coco?
Maybe I am. Do you know the name?
It was like Digit or something.
Digit, right? How do you have such a good memory? Because he was missing a finger.
Digit. Okay.
Question 70. Russian Tsar Alexander III commissioned this jewelry firm to make an Easter gift for his wife, Empress Maria Fyodorovna.
I did an escape room the other day where there's a Fabergé egg, and I knew that it was from Russia because it was that had to do with it. And I was like, no, that's Russian, obviously.
Where were you doing this?
Why
did I know you were doing it? I feel like you tell me.
No, I might have been in Memphis. I can't remember. Oh, God. Oh, no, it was when I was in North Carolina.
Oh, right. Recently.
Yeah.
Okay, she did an escape room, and there was a Fabergé egg. And that is a testament to why you should listen to this podcast, because you will, in fact, learn information like we all are. And then you can whip it out when you most need it, as that timer in
it's clicking away.
Escape room is counting down. Anyway.
So it was like the Fabergé company.
No.
What was it?
House of Fabergé.
House of Fabergé.
Could you imagine you are the House of Fabergé, and someone says, "Excuse me, there. I'm coming in here looking for the Fabergé company."
Well, hello, Tiffany and Co.
It's true.
Works for them.
It does.
I guess they chose that. It's different.
It's different when you pick your own name. Okay.
Lydia Thompson and her burlesque group, the British Blondes, shocked audiences by wearing what on their legs?
Is it? I want to say like clear pantyhose.
Yeah. Panties, blush-colored tights.
Pantyhose. Sorry. Oh, I hate it. Okay, question 72. Circadian rhythm will peak your energy randomly throughout the day to keep you alert. Most adults have their lowest alertness between 2 to 4 a.m. and what other 2-hour time period?
I remember this this part of the topic because it was like it compared you to a phone. Like you charge your phone overnight and then throughout the day it kind of depletes. But the human body can't do that because then you would be only alert in the morning and like really drowsy at night. So that's why your alertness levels peak throughout the day because you can't sustain peak alertness all through the day. And I remember that we do our coffee breaks at 3:00.
You're right.
And I remember after reading this, we were like, oh, that makes sense for us because we're always tired at 3. So I feel like it's 1 to 3 p.m.
Okay. Dude.
Boom.
This woman, I swear to God, is a wealth of knowledge.
Okay, but to be fair, we had to put these questions together and that,
I know, but that was impressive.
Everything.
I was sitting here engaged. I was engaged. And I've already learned it. All right. Next question. 73. This gigantic tomb almost had an identical twin, but in black, built across the street.
The Taj Mahal.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Because I remember we were like, should the Taj Mahal get a goth girlfriend?
The answer is still yes on that question.
And I feel like it'd be super cool to have a black Taj Mahal. I forget why they can't. I'm sure they'd use that land for something else.
Yeah.
It was like the king who wanted to do it.
Like got in trouble or something.
Yeah. But it's like now, why don't they do it?
There's something they should.
There, I'm sure. Yeah.
You're right, Taj Mahal. Question 74.
Okiyas are training homes for women who want to train to become what type of Japanese artist?
Oh, this is the geisha.
Correct.
Nice. Question 75. Grace, can you give us a little insight into our score?
Yes.
How are we doing?
Well, that's funny that you asked because we actually have 69 questions correct.
Oh my God.
And 5 incorrect questions.
Okay.
And we're at 75.
All right. So keep watching. We're probably going to go up to, for this first episode, approximately 100 questions. Right. And it seems like we're doing so much better than everybody anticipated. Even, I dare say, better than we anticipated, honestly.
We're doing really well.
We're doing really well. And we even tried to hinder ourselves. We tried to hold it back.
Well, you know what this is like? In the Ouija board episode, we talked about the ideometer effect or whatever, where it's like your brain can access parts of your subconscious without you knowing. And maybe it's like we're getting these questions. Our subconscious knows the answer because obviously we sat and recorded this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Are the things we're learning in this podcast coming to action now?
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe our questions aren't hard enough. And be like, what year was the Notre Dame built?
That would have been impossible.
Yeah, sorry. Not happening.
All right. Next question. Question 75. Coming at you right now. IKEA's bathroom sinks are all named after Swedish blanks.
It's like Swedish lakes or something.
It's got to be a Swedish lake, right? Could you imagine if it was like Swedish pond?
Bodies of water.
It could be a pond.
I feel like I'm going to count that.
Count that. Are you kidding?
What does the Arabic word Hajj translate to?
The Arabic word Hajj, I believe, translates to pilgrimage.
Yes. Pilgrimage to Mecca.
Okay, that was question 76. Question 77. Oh my God, this is one of the early ones I did that I struggle to think about what I could have possibly talked about in this episode. This question is, Cetus, a constellation found in the region of the sky known as the water, also goes by the name of what aquatic mammal? It's a whale, I believe.
That makes sense. I feel like there's not a dolphin constellation. What phobia did U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt have?
Before I answer this, I need to tell an extremely embarrassing fact about myself.
Yes.
So I always thought FDR's name was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Uh-huh.
And only recently when I said Franklin Delano Roosevelt in front of my boyfriend did he go, what was that? Say that again.
Tupperware.
Shorter. First syllable. Tub. Wrong.
Well, I mean, it's Delano Roosevelt, so...
I know, and his wife's name is Eleanor.
Yeah, it's like Del Eleanor, like a Spanish last name.
Anyway, back to his phobia. The fear of dying in a fire, which I think is...
Yeah, I remember this, because he would have his staff, like, run fire drills constantly.
I know.
And then, ironically, was he killed in a fire?
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was. I feel like we would know that.
Ironically, wasn't he killed in a fire? Disseminating face. Did you give it to us?
That's it. It has to be it.
Okay.
And I did give a choice, yes.
Okay. The first American guide dog was named Buddy and belonged to a teenager named Morris Frank, who went on to open the first American guide dog school. What breed was Buddy? This gotta be like a German Shepherd.
I feel like German Shepherd was the first seeing eye
I would say German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Very good boys.
This baby reflex begins when
Yeah,
the corner
my God.
of the baby's mouth is stroked or touched. The baby will turn his or her head and open his or her mouth to follow and blank in the direction of the stroking. This helps the baby find the breast or bottle to begin feeding. Okay, so it's blank. This baby will turn his or her head and open his or her mouth to follow and blank in the direction. Blank?
Maybe blank. I don't know. So what is this reference called though? Or like reflex?
Oh, blank is not the answer we're looking for.
Right.
Okay. I
think that's just a typo.
Okay. Gag reflex?
Gag?
No, it's
Reflex?
not gag reflex.
No.
Focus reflex.
Sure. We're going to get this wrong.
Root reflex.
That's hard.
That was hard.
God. The answer was root reflex. Root.
Oh, did I not say it
No, you
clearly
did.
enough? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know if you did.
No, I get it.
Okay. Question 81. The NBA once had a wardrobe rule called the 51% rule. What was it? Oh, remember this?
Yes, it was in your sneakerhead episode.
Yes.
So it has to be like they have like 51% of the shoe has to be white or something.
Yes. It's 51% of the shoe has to be white, and I think the remaining has to be similar to your, like a color similar to your uniform.
But they don't have that anymore, right?
No, that got repealed.
The rules lived in 2000. It's in the answer.
Yeah.
Players' shoes have to be 51% white and in accordance with what the rest of the team was wearing.
Okay.
Like the rest of their uniform, and they all have shoes that matched.
Ah, good
So
question.
just-
Yeah, give it to us. Moving on. Next question.
What is the most common way to destroy a vampire according to vampiric lore?
Vampiric lore.
Yes. Is that an issue?
No. This is
It has to be like stake to the heart.
stake to the heart. Yeah.
Or silver bullet. No, that's werewolf.
Werewolf. Yeah.
Or both.
Have we done werewolf yet?
Yes.
Ah.
Staking through the mouth or heart.
Oh, right. Some people used to
Or
like
the
shove
mouth?
bricks through their mouth.
I feel like a mouth is hard to aim at.
Yeah.
It moves more than the heart, and it
Yeah.
also opens. And okay.
Okay. The Chinese zodiac is made up of 12 animals. Can you name 6 of them? These are not your average animal.
I mean, they are.
Well, I guess they are.
I feel, rat, goat,
Dragon.
dragon,
Chicken.
chicken. Is there
Bear.
There year of the
Monkey.
duck. Monkey, yeah.
It's got to be year of the pig, right?
Pig,
Horse.
horse,
Snake. Sloth.
a sloth.
I think so. That's only 10?
Yeah. We
Fuck.
need 2 more. Is there a dog?
I don't think there's a dog. Here's a
Cow.
cat.
No. Tiger, maybe?
Here's the tiger, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's one that everyone wants to be in, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah, we're missing
I feel
one.
like okay. Well, I said we only named 6. Rat, ox. We always forget the ox.
Oh,
Tiger.
we didn't get rabbit, did we?
I don't think we did. Dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster.
Dog.
Oh, it's not chicken. It's also rooster.
Ah,
Oh, and
okay.
dog is one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We didn't do as good as
Yeah.
we thought we did.
Well, we did 6.
We did 6.
I'll give it to us. Okay. How many layers are in... Oh, sorry. It's just which one. How many layers are in an aura? A hint, it's a spiritual number.
It's got to be 7.
Yes, 7 deadly sins.
7 deadly sins, 7 beautiful ladies, 7 maids of milking. 7 maids of milking.
7 world wonders.
We don't make this stuff up, folks.
There's 7s. Just look for 7s around you. It means something.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was Lizzie McGuire. Oh, you can read it.
I'll read this one.
Yeah.
This is question 85. Lizzie Maggie was the inventor of the game Monopoly, and she believed in which economic perspective?
It was like a little known one.
It's Georgian?
Georgian. Do
Georgian.
you know what that is?
It is when people are taxed on land, and that money is used to fund the government, and whatever is left over is redistributed to the people. The people.
The
I did so well.
There you go, Georgism. Instead of taxing income or other sources, the government should create a universal land tax based on the usefulness, size, location of the land. After funding the government, the leftover money would be distributed to people. Exactly the same.
Damn.
Boom.
Wow. All right, next question.
This is the only women's event regularly shown at the PRCA rodeos.
Oh, this is a good topic too. But what was it? It's the one where they run on the horses and zigzag.
It's the barrel racing.
Barrel racing.
I've been to a couple horse shows in my life.
She's been to a few.
Not a rodeo, but they do that at horse shows too.
Question 87. The costume for this Japanese character weighed about 2,200 pounds.
220.
Oh, shit. Weighed about 220 pounds. And correcting myself there just gave me time to remember the answer to this.
Yes.
Godzilla.
Correct.
Right, his costume was so crazy heavy.
Yeah, well, because it was like, I forget, because of after the war, there was shortages on materials they could use. And so I think they were going to use like lighter plastic, but they couldn't use that. So it ended up being heavier. But
Right, I think cement was involved, actually. Yeah. Damn. Imagine showing up to work and that's your job.
I know, no one even recognized him after. I know. Because no one saw his face. But they liked him, though. He did a good job. His way to like the Comic-Cons and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, next question is question 88, which is...
Oh, I'm going. Okay.
You're going?
This movie about a demonic Lincoln Continental Mark III is included in the official Razzie Movie Guide as one of the 100 most enjoyably bad movies ever made.
Oh, the car.
Yes.
That was actually in a crossword recently, and the only reason I knew it is because of your topic. And this is why...
That's what we've been saying the whole time.
Why you gotta listen to this podcast. Okay, question 89. Where does tea leaf reading originate from?
This is my topic, too.
Yes. It should be obvious.
Is it India?
No, good guess. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Ancient China.
Oh, of course, everything. Buddhist monks in ancient China. That's cool.
Very cool.
Question 90. Sadie Hawkins is a character from what comic strip by Al Cap?
Oh, God, Grace. I don't know the name of this. It's like Samson or something. Or fuck.
Lil Abner.
Lil Abner. I would never have gotten there. And that's a fact. That's a fact. But I will get us to the next question. This famed fortune teller got his start by helping towns recover from the plague by describing such radical treatments like fresh air, water, and clean bedding. Oh, that's like Copernicus. Copernicus?
Yeah. Nostradamus.
No. Shit, who is Copernicus?
Copernicus was the one... Oh, no, I don't want to sound dumb, but I feel like he was an astronomer.
Oh, damn it. Nostradamus and Copernicus is basically the exact same name.
No, what's the other one that I always think it is? Nosferatu.
Oh, good one. Next.
That's you.
No.
I just went.
I just read about Nostradamus.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
I know.
Okay, don't
to get this.
Okay, 92. O blood type is the universal donor, but they can only receive from other O's. Which blood type is the universal receiver, baby? Oh God, I don't know anything about blood types, even after learning from Grace. Well, in one ear, out the other. I remember blood types. So, Judas. It's the A, B can receive everything because A's can receive A's, B's can receive B's, and anyone can receive O. So it's kind of like they have everything.
They can do it all.
Yeah, so shout out to AB. I think that's actually one of the rarest type.
Well, for good reason. Which is what leads me to question 95. Hitokara is Japanese for singing karaoke alone. Alone in front of a crowd, you may choose to sing your Juachiban, a Japanese term that means what?
This is like your karaoke song.
The one and only karaoke song for you that you're known for, that you go to it every time.
Which is You Oughta Know for me. That one special song you're especially good at performing.
Oh, I love that. I love that they have a term for that. It's
what's
really
your
cool.
karaoke song? Or sorry, I should say, what's your Jua Hachiban?
I'll get back to you on that.
All right. We'll get back to that. Question 94.
I think I'm going to be really boring with mine.
Okay.
About the Killers.
Oh, Bright Eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Oh, no, Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside, sorry.
Okay.
Who the heck are we? All right, next.
This is you now.
Okay, I'll go. I don't know if it is me, but I'm just going to read it anyway. In North Indian tradition, it is common for a bride's henna to have a hidden a hidden word that her husband will look for later. What is this word? Is this saying what is the word that every bride uses? Or what is the term for this tradition?
Kind of like what is the... It's not the word, it's like a category of word. Oh, I guess that makes it kind of obvious. Or not.
A curse word?
No. Their husband's name. And then it's like they look for... The husband's supposed to look for it.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes because I know. 95. This plant is used to create a vomiting syrup. # legalize it. It's Ipecacuanha.
Ipecacuanha, which...
No, but...
What?
Sorry, go.
No, I got nothing.
Okay. No, is that the name of the plant? No, yeah.
Yeah,
that's not the name of the product, but it has a longer name because it's like a scientific name.
Ipecacuanha. I don't remember Ipecacuanha.
Carapuccia Ipecacuanha.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right. We got another one wrong. Damn, we're slowly just going down. No, we're actually doing really well. Really well.
Yeah.
96. Cupid has 2 types of arrows. Ones that make people fall in love and ones that make people hate each other. What are they made of? That is a hard freaking question, my friend.
No, because I remember we had like the Lead and Arrow Society. I thought would be a good like band name.
Yes.
Garage band name.
Will we start a band? Who knows? We were chit-chatting once about potentially taking singing lessons. So that we could become better at karaoke, obviously.
Obviously.
And to perform in the musicals we were destined to perform in.
As backup. We can't get backup, let's be honest.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, lead, I'm going to guess, is one.
Lead and arrows. I don't know what the good one is, though.
Wood.
No, I feel like it's like silver or gold.
Gold. Let's say gold.
Love equals gold and lead equals hate.
Okay. Question 97. This plant was considered sacred by the Norse goddess of love, Frigga, and was used in ancient times to treat infertility. Interesting. I don't even remember what topic this is from.
This is from the topic where I talked about all the pagan traditions that inspired all the Christmas traditions we have today.
Is this holly?
Mistletoe.
Fudge.
I'm going to take it.
We're taking it. Grace knew it. Okay, that's how it works in this podcast.
All right, 98. This ingredient, commonly used in traditional British Christmas puddings, is made from the raw, hard fat of beef or lamb found around the loins or kidneys.
Oh, this is
your topic.
suet. Yum. Grace used to hate when I would do the food topics.
No, that's not true. Okay, 99. In a novel titled The Life of Aesop, written in the 1st century AD, the famed Aesop suffers from, quote, the disability of dumbness, which goddess grants him the gift of speech.
This was a really hard topic to write a question for, I'm just going to say, because there's nothing set in stone. I couldn't, exactly put, what's the theme of the tortoise and the hare? What? I know the answer to this.
It's like Iris, or...
No,
Isis.
Isis, yep.
Yep.
Whoa, question 100. Should we pause here for now?
I think we should.
Okay. We'll get back to you all with question 100 next week. I hope that you guys can bear with us for a little longer.
Bear with us. We will bear with you.
Yes, but I do want to say we're doing a hell of a lot better than we even ourselves expected.
Yeah.
So, what does that mean for the future? I couldn't tell you. But...
something to think about.
Something we've all got on the brain.
You know what maybe one day we could do, in the future, if people like this, we could have our listeners write questions and submit them to us.
That would be...
And you guys make it way harder than this, and we will fail.
We will fail so hard and make ourselves look like fools.
But we would do that for you.
We would do it for you. I would also take you all to karaoke.
Everyone?
All right. So
should we sign off for now? And then
I think we should sign off for now,
okay.
But hold your breath. We will be back very soon with more genius. But until next time, you're listening to Two Girls, One Crosswords. This is our 100th episode, Trivia Bonanza. And
you can follow us on Twitter at The Good Eve Girls.
Or Instagram at The Good Evening Girls.
Or TikTok at The Good Eve Girls. Everything will be linked below. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, too.
Yes. And I think that's it, and that's all for this time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.